you're a school SLP like me, you know how crazy it is to keep track of all of that paperwork. We have ETRs that are due, we have IEPs that are due, we just have a lot going on. So to help me keep all of that SLP paperwork organized, I have started using Trello. Hey guys, welcome back. Either way, I am so glad you're here. I'm Karen, and on this channel I share all things speech therapy to hopefully make your life as an SLP easier. Trello is a super easy way to organize tons of information and tasks that you need to do, and it's cool because you can access it on your computer and also you can access it on your phone. Okay, once you have a free account with Trello set up, you will have the option to create up to 10 boards. I'm going to show you how you do that. First, you're going to go into the right-hand corner and there is a plus button, and you could select create board, which I'm not going to do right now because I've already created the board that I wanted to show you as an example. So I'm going to click on that board and go into it. Let's say I wanted to make sure that this is pinned to the top of my home page. I can do that by clicking that star. So let me show you what that looks like here. Now I've got my starred boards here and I'll be able to find that board pretty easily. But I'm going to go back into that board and we're going to go back into SLP example. What we have right now is a blank slate. What you're going to want to do is create lists. What I like to do is create first a caseload list. After that, I create lists for each month. So I'm not going to do it for every single month since this is an example, but I will create a few. And I also create a done category. Okay, so next what you're going to want to do is add a card. So I'm going to click add a card, and here's where you could just say student and you can type in their name. I'm just going to put student name 1. You could create another card, student name 2, and keep going. We'll just create 3 and 4 just to give you another example. Yep. Okay. Now when I go in here, I'm going to click edit. Okay. From here, I can quickly do things, but I want to show you the main editing menu. So here we have student name 1. Now what I like to do is I go through and type out my caseload, is say ETR due date, IEP due date. So if their ETR was due that school year, I would always have it in front of me and I'd be able to remember that easily. Here is where you can type in a description. So you could use this if you wanted to type out where you were in the process. Maybe students IEP is due in October. Maybe you know some objectives you might want to focus on, and you could keep track of it there. An example. So anyways, you can write a description out here. You could label your student. For example, if you wanted to create a label for, actually let's do green instead. Maybe you wanted to label this student as a speech only student, you could select save there. So now I know that this student is speech only, which means I'm going to be responsible for getting out all of the IEP paperwork. Okay, now you can also create checklists, which I have done already, but I'll show you how you could create a new checklist. To-do list for speech only IEPs. So I'm going to add that checklist. Okay, so maybe I want to have a checklist for parent invite mail home. But, teacher input form. Apparently I can't type today. An example. Okay, So you can do that, and anyways, we'll just stop there for now. Or you can type the tasks that you've completed up in the description bar, which is honestly what I usually end up doing. The other thing you can do is select due date. So you could select when that IEP is due and hit save, and it'll help keep track of all of your IEP due dates, and there is a calendar mode that you'll be able to access that, which I will show you later. Okay, so now we have student 1, student name 2. Let's say I'm typing out when they're due, and example. So I already showed you that, what you could do here. If I wanted to add that same checklist, I can just go down here. I don't have to retype that checklist every single time. It would just be there ready and waiting for me. Now this student will say that they're related service, which of course that checklist isn't going to make sense now, but you get the idea. Okay, so I could create a new checklist if I wanted for the related service students. I'm not going to do that now, but you get the idea. Okay, so you would go through and you'd be able to label your students and provide, we'll just make some up right here. We'll say that this student is related service. Okay, so let's say that student 1, their IEP is due in September, and we'll say student 2 is as well. Student 3 can be due in October, student 4 can be due in November. Okay, so as I'm working on these tasks, it's really cool because, let me show you. Let's say I have accomplished my to-do list, and that is done. And when the tasks are completed, I can simply drag the student over to done. And that's just a super easy visual way for me to see when the IEPs are complete. When you get new transfer students, you can just add them to your caseload list very easily, and then drag and drop them to where they need to go on the caseload list. I'm also going to show you one other thing. Let's say that you wanted to change the background. So over here is a button called Show Menu. All right, I could add a description to this board if I wanted to, but here is the Change Background option. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Now, I can type in what I want. Maybe I want a nice beach picture. Ooh, I like that one. So I'm gonna select that one. And there, my board background has changed, and now it's nice and reminds me of being on the beach, which I do not get to experience very often because I live in Ohio. Okay, so to get back to my other boards, I can simply from here access them, and I can get to my boards. I can create a new board quickly doing that as well, or I can just go back and forth between all of my different boards. You can also select that home, and I can get to my other boards that way. I can add more members if I want. I can share these boards with other team members, which again I don't do, but you could do that here by selecting invite. But yeah, I keep my boards private so that I'm the only one who can see and edit the board. Hopefully that helps and give you guys an idea, or at least some ideas on how you can use Trello to keep yourself organized during the school year. Oh, and here's a couple other cool things that you can do with Trello. please make sure to like this video if you found this tutorial helpful. And let me know in the comments if you have tried Trello or if it's something that you think you might try to help organize all of your SLP paperwork. I can't promise that you're going to completely get rid of all the sticky note piles on your desk, but it does help a little bit, I have to be honest with you. So let me know in the comments what you think, and please make sure to subscribe because I have a lot more speech therapy content headed your way. So I'll talk to you next time. Bye guys.